More than 80% of people who leave the Orleans Justice Center are re-arrested. That recidivism rate is higher than the national average. And as a result of re-arrest, bonds are often set higher, meaning those inmates are in jail longer than the national average. And all of this, we know, contributes to the overcrowding problem. So what is your plan to help break the cycle of reincarceration in New Orleans? And we'll begin with Constable Shorty.
We've got to have real workforce development programs. We've got to have inmates cleaning up, picking up trash in our city, tearing down blighted property, cleaning out storm drains, and then they're trained, and you can go back to the community and say, look, they've done their sentence, they've worked, we've got them some skills, whether that be construction or demolition, driving trucks to clean storm drains or whatever, and you pair that with educational programs, and then you can go to the community and say, I need you to hire this person. Because then the community can say, okay, they've got a skill. But without any real skills, then that person is going to commit another crime and go back to jail. You want to offer everything available to those individuals who will apply themselves and want to change the trajectory of their lives. And that's good, and the community will embrace that. But if they're just going to sit there in custody all the time and just watch television, then they're not going to get any skills, and when they're released, they're going to commit another crime and come right back.
Constable Shorty, thank you. Sheriff Hudson?
Yeah, my opponents can only talk about what they may do, but I'm going to talk about what I am actually doing right now, and it's working. Because our preliminary data shows that the 4 years before I got into office, people had been arrested on average close to 8 times. In the 3 years since I've been there, that has fallen to a little over 3. So what we're doing inside the jail is working because we're dealing with the root causes of crime. If I know that mental health, addiction, and trauma are what gets people into the jail, I have to treat that. And we do that. And then we give them all the other things that they need. We survey our population, and we see that many have not even graduated from high school. They didn't go to school out there. So we have the Orleans Parish School Board in there, Travis Hill School. You can get a high set or a GED. But I went to a graduation yesterday for 15 people who got their OSHA cards. So now they can go and talk to the longshoremen and go work there. They can go to a plant and work there when they get out. So we're giving real solutions to real people to help them make a living the right way instead of what got them in there in the first place.
Sheriff Hudson, thank you. Ms. Woodfork.
I think in order for people to be successful and not go back out in our community and commit the same crimes or even more serious crimes, we have to address them when they first get in the facility, at the intake. We have to have behavioral specialists, mental health specialists, and give them individualized plans. Start from the very beginning, that are rooted in evidence-based programs that address education, that address substance abuse, that address mental illness, that address job training, homelessness. We have to give people those second and third chances, and making sure, and you know, our sheriff says that they're already doing that, but the recidivism rate at OJC is 83%. So obviously those programs aren't working. They have to be evidence-based, and you have to follow that. You got to follow the data. You know, you have to make sure that you're following the data on these programs and making sure they're working, because if they're not working, you have to move on and get those programs that do work for people so they can have those second and third chances.
Ms. Woodfork, thank you.